Hello again, everyone. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw Supershow review for tonight. Monday, May 21st, 2012, the aftermath of Over the Limit. Tonight's Raw will be an after pay-per-view Raw. A lot of silliness tonight. Couple squashes, disqualification. I know everyone wrestled last night at the pay-per-view, but no excuse for okay Raw. Like I said, some squashes, a DQ, and a lot of no contest tonight. I know, like I said, after pay-per-view, so they kind of excuse, at least it kind of build up towards the next pay-per-view. But okay, Raw after pay-per-view is okay. Maybe the only good thing is it kind of set up some more feuds for the next pay-per-view. Might be, so there you go. Speaking of that, we began with John Cena, of course, getting angry after what happened last night with the Big Show coming in, and, well, we all know that story. Big Show interfering, the John Laurinaitis match. Laurinaitis' job was saved, so Cena was not in not a good mood. He was upset at Big Show being a sellout, blah, blah, blah. Laurinaitis should have been fired, and yada, yada, about the match. Silliness of the match. It's a stupid match. Like I said, I knew it was going to be stupid. And it deserved not to be the main event. It didn't deserve to be the main event. Should have been Daniel Bryan and Punk. In my mind, and I bet you everybody will agree, that Daniel Bryan and Punk should have been the main event last night. Should have been. Hopefully, if they wrestle again at No Way Out, it will be the main event. Should be and will be at No Way Out if they face them. I'll talk about possibly a rematch when I get to Punk and Bryan in a moment or two. So after Cena bragged about the match, here comes Rabble Doofus himself. John Laurinaitis coming in a amigo and a crutch, of course, saying he tore his ACL, PCL, broken clavicles. When WWE.com reported he was going to be there at all, yet he was there barely standing. And he's called out Big Show. Big Show, like I knew, he was kissing Laurinaitis' ass because, oh, I need a job. I did what I had to do. I had to kiss ass. And when he first came out, you could see he was tight. He was kind of mad he was doing it. He was like, I'm kind of forced to do this. But then later on, he just got on his angry face and just yelled like a giant, basically. And yelled and ranted about having to kiss his ass and not being judged. And of course, it was announced that the Big Show will wrestle John Cena at No Way Out. Now, these two had a feud about a few years ago. After, what was it, Backlash '09, when Big Show screwed John Cena from a WWE World Title match. It was last man standing between him and Edge. I remember Cena got tossed, I think it was got chokeslammed through a spotlight thing by Big Show. And of course, Big Show and Cena had some stupid matches. Hopefully, there's only one match at No Way Out, and that's it. Cena can move on from losing to Big Show to losing to everybody else. So there you go. Well, Cena did not lose, however, in his next match. He wanted action. So we got David Otunga. Basically, a squash. Basically, John Cena chased Otunga around, they got him back in the ring, just beat the crap out of him, gave him the STFU, it was over. Basically, not much to say about this first match, basically a squash. After that, here comes Kurt Hawkins, Tyler Wax, even Titus O'Neil, and Darren Young came out to attack Cena following the match. Here comes Sheamus to the rescue, coming out to save Cena. And Laurinaitis made a main event for the night. A 3-on-2 tag team lumberjack match for later on in the evening between Cena and Sheamus, and three opponents, which we would find out during the main event when they came out. Before we would see what that would turn out to be, on our second match of, well, it was supposed to be a first real match, but it ended up being a kind of a screwy thing too after the squash. We had a disqualification. It was Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio, of course, losing the world title last night to Sheamus in the Fatal 4-Way. And Alberto's announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez, got the crap beat out of him by Santino and a Cobra. Santino counted his own comedy introduction of Alberto. I told you about feuds being built up for No Way Out. Maybe Alberto's going for the US title. But it's like downgrading Alberto if he's going to feud with Santino. I'm guessing that could probably happen. Especially with Alberto's announcer getting messed with. That could be a tease for Alberto Santino feud. But if they do feud, it's going to be silly and stupid. and a big downgrade for Alberto, going from feuding for the world title to feuding with Santino. But we'll wait to see if that feud actually takes place. Alberto and Owen, two okay guys who were kind of stiff. They were okay. It was okay, decent matchup. Alberto took control most of the match, but then Owen came back for the power slam. He was delivering the DDT, which he did. He was just seconds away from ending it and getting it all KO. But as I mentioned, the match ended with a disqualification as Chris Jericho came out from the crowd and cold bricked when you're not once, but twice, but 3 times. Mentioned a feud between Alberto and Santino could be imminent. A feud between Jericho and Orton may also be imminent following this sneak attack by Jericho. He kept saying, I'm the best in the world at what I do, like 3 times after delivering what? Like I said, three code breakers. So I'm guessing Owen will wrestle Jericho at No Way Out. So we got one definite match for No Way Out made, Cena and Big Show. 2 possible matches for No Way Out, Alberto and Santino, if that feud even exists at all. Probably Chris Jericho and Randy Orton with their little feud going. And another match possible for No Way Out after the night. Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. I kind of guessed that would be a rematch because of the kind of a semi-controversial result last night with Punk winning, but he tapped out also after countering the yes lock. So Daniel Bryan came out about the match, yada yada yada. I want a rematch. Punk's like, listen, Bryan, I beat you last night, but I want my revenge. Because last week on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan kind of lied to Kane, saying that Punk attacked Kane and Kane beat the crap out of Punk. Well, payback's a bitch. And what goes around comes around. Kane came out and wrestled Daniel Bryan in a third match. Wasn't even a match. It was basically a beatdown. It was a disqualification victory. Kane hits him with a steel chair. Punk was at ringside commentating. Then after Kane beat the crap out of Daniel Bryan after the disqualification, Punk came in to add more insult to injury with the Anaconda Vice. So Punk and Bryan rematch imminent for No Way Out. Now, after, like I said, we went from a disqualification, a squash, and a disqualification within like 3 matches. Wow. We finally had our first real win that wasn't 30 seconds or DQ. It was, of course, our 4th match. Christian, the returning IC champion, took on in a squash. It was more than a minute though, but still a squash. Jinder, I should be fired. Mahal. God, Jinder Mahal's fucking useless, man. He's as useless as most of the divas on the roster. Speaking of that, before I get to that match, AJ was flirting with Punk. She's been backstage with Punk, talking with them. Punk didn't want to get involved, but now apparently we could see a Punk AJ storyline, which I don't want to see happen, but with all the Bryan thing still going on with Punk, that could be a possibility to have AJ involved in this storyline. But like everything else that we could be silly. So like I mentioned, Christian, Jinder Mahal, decent matchup. Christian looked decent in this match against Jinder Mahal. Jinder got some good offense going, but Christian got the win with the Unpretty and a frog splash in a okay but squash match. Glad to see Christian back as a good guy. Like I said, we'll see how long he reigns as IC champion, but good to see Christian back. Not only to see him back, but to see him back as a champion. Want to see him back as world champion longer than a month. So there you go. Speaking of champion and championship matches gone wrong, on to our next match, which was Beth Phoenix, still fuming after a match against Layla last night, taking on Kelly. Not much to say. Typical Divas match. It was like 3 or 4 minutes long. It was okay. Kelly had some good offense. Kelly had most of the advantage, but of course, Beth Phoenix, the fuming Glamazon, came loose, blocked Kelly's attempt at a somersault, claim slam. Not much to say. Beth Phoenix wins, sending a message to Layla. Probably another rematch there. Let's move on to our main event. John Cena and Sheamus in a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 handicap lumberjack match. And I expected this. The lumberjacks were all heels. Jericho, Primo and Epico, Primo's partner, Humongo, Hunico, Titus O'Neil, basically every heel, including David Otunga, that wasn't wrestling. So Cena and Sheamus' opponents were Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and Albert. Tenzai. Yes, he dropped the Lord from Lord Tenzai. So now you had Lumberjacks involved, but you had, of course, Yasimato, or whatever the guy is, for Tenzai and Ringside, of course, Vicky, Giant Long Ass watching, and of course, later on, the match, Big Show. It was a typical Lumberjack match with heels involved. When the heels got out, the heels wouldn't pick them up. When the good guys got out, the heels just beat the shit out of them. It was okay Lumberjack match. Basically, it was basically a beatdown for most of the match with the numbers game really taking advantage with Tenzai and Swagger and Ziggler taking the 3-on-2 thing a little bit too seriously. Beating the crap out of Sheamus any chance they can get. Just triple teaming him, giving him a quarter, kind of quick tags in. So it was an okay long match. Sheamus tried to come back a couple times, but they really came back after a drop slam, like a Samoan drop move, and here comes Super Cena to the rescue, delivering the 5 moves of doom. He was ready to deliver the FU to Ziggler, but then the heels pulled Sheamus out of the ring, so Cena had to come out and help Sheamus from all the heels, Lumberjacks, but then the fight came into the ring. Basically, the match was declared no contest. Yeah, DQ, squash, kind of a squash, and no contest. With the match coming up to a brawl with the heel Lumberjacks, and of course Ziggler, Swagger, and Bodo. Bodo was one of the Lumberjacks too. Tenzai beating the crap out of Cena and Sheamus. Here comes all the good guys now. Truth, Kofi, those new feuds, Santino, Punk came in, all the good guys came in and trying to even up the score. Cena left the ring looking for Big Show, and I kind of predicted this, and I was right. Cena was going to look for Big Show, and when he least expects it, he was going to get sneaked up from behind. And that's what happened. He asked Lord Lance, where is Big Show? Because Lord Lance made a new rule. If anyone touches him, they're fired. Cena, boom! Here comes the weapons of mass destruction by Big Show. Ending war with Big Show standing over and pummeled Cena. Once again, no big return. No Sin Cara. Sin Cara was rumored. No Sin Cara. Maybe he's on Raw and SmackDown or next week. Still no Lesnar, no Batista. But next week we'll see that happen. Because they're saying the Revolution thing, the viral video campaign is going to take place next Monday. So they go, okay, we'll be in a pay-per-view. Wrestling-wise, it was kind of silly with a lot of squashes. It was more of a storyline building type night, building up Cena and Big Show, possibly building up possible feuds with Santino and Alberto, Orton and Jericho, Bryan and Punk rematch. Maybe another rematch between Layla and Beth Phoenix. So there you go. Like I said, mostly storyline building tonight for the next pay-per-view, No Way Out. I don't know if they're saying it's Steel Cage or not, so there you go. That is it for my Raw review for tonight. Thank you all for watching. See you all later. That in mind, you've all been attacked by the review from Zach. Have a good night. See you all later. Yeah.